Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video, I've got some new products from Kosas and I don't think I've ever done anything on my channel about Kosas. I do have their concealer, I have their powder, which I really do like, but that's about it. I've never tried the revealer, the foundation. I have the concealer, which I do really like. I'm actually wearing it today, but that's pretty much it. I really haven't been exposed to the brand too much, but I got offered to receive their new product, the Glow I.V in PR, and I was very excited to try it. However, my mailman delivered it to the wrong address. So I went ahead and purchased two of them. I think I'm still going to get it in PR, but I don't know. But I do have two shades and I am wearing one of them today. So I'm going to talk about this product right now. Okay, so here is the box, and it is called the Kosas Glow I.V Vitamin-Infused Skin Enhancer. And a lot of people are saying it is, I guess a dupe or something similar to the Hollywood Flawless filter. And I think on first glance, it seems to be, but it is a very different product. And I will definitely use it different than the Hollywood Flawless filter, which I love. I am going to do some side-by-side comparisons, but I am wearing this today and I am wearing the shade Illuminate. And Illuminate is the sheer light medium champagne. This comes in 10 shades. This is the third lightest, and then some of the shades, and then the other shade I have is Boost, and Boost is the fifth lightest, so it's somewhere in the middle, and it is described as a sheer medium rose. And when you do the side-by-side comparison, it is a very, very subtle difference. And what I plan to do with this one is I have a couple foundations that are just a tad too light, or when I'm spray tanned, they can be, I need to darken them up just a little bit. And that is why I have the Boost. It's just gonna give me a little bit extra. But if I wanted to highlight and use this as a liquid highlighter, these two shades are way too dark. But I don't think I would use that. I really don't even use the Hollywood Flawless filter, and I have a very light shade that I could do that. I really don't use it like that. So that's why I went with these shades. So let me go ahead and talk about the product first. Okay, so as I stated, it is a vitamin-infused skin illuminating enhancer, and it says lit up glow activated, a clean, nutrient-rich skin enhancer with a hint of tint for a reflective, healthy glow that gets noticed. Glow wherever you feel it. Use this pearly liquid layered under foundation as a targeted highlighter or mixed with foundation or skincare. And how I used it today is I used it basically all over as a primer and then went over with foundation. That's not probably how I will use it in the future. That is how I use my Hollywood Flawless filter. This was a little too much for me. I looked like the Tin Man. I looked, I was just, and it emphasized pretty much every single texture. This is not, now I personally also would not wear the Hollywood Flawless filter on its own. I know a lot of people do, and I don't necessarily not like it, but it's not what I would wear on my own. This I would absolutely not wear on my own. Just no. I would not. It was just too shiny and it was almost metallic. I looked like the Tin Man from, the Wizard of Oz. No. But I think what I will do in the future, now I like how my makeup came out. I liked how my foundation came out. I first went in with a light, like I said, I don't have the Kosas foundation. I went in with a medium, light to medium foundation that I had, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. So then I just kind of went over a little bit more with a heavier, more full coverage foundation, very lightly because I did already have foundation on, and I did like that. It still gave me a glow, but I'm not, again, it's a little bit more subtle. It's just, now maybe if I were in my 20s and had, perfect skin, then maybe I would do something, I still don't think I would wear it on its own, but maybe I would go in with a lighter foundation. But, being in my mid 40s, I have texture, I have pores. It just showed everything. The way I have it now, I really do like it. And what I had planned to do in the future is I will probably go in where I would normally highlight, but I would not go in all over the face. I'm not going to do it all over, but I'm going to go in the areas that I would normally highlight, and then go in with a foundation, and especially, go over, like I did today, go over the foundation, kind of like, I guess, underpainting. The other way I could use it, and I tried a little bit, I tested this out when I first got it. I didn't really record it. I was just kind of playing with it, is I have a couple really full coverage matte foundations that I don't wear because I like full coverage, and these are just a little too full coverage for me and very, very matte. And again, I like matte foundations, but they're just a little too matte for me. This is something where I feel like it's not going to necessarily water it down, maybe just a little bit, but it will also give it a little bit of radiance where it's just not so matte, but I'm still going to get that long lasting effect, because I do like the long lasting effect of these foundations. It just is a little too heavy, a little too matte. So this is where I kind of played around with that, and this is where I really like it. I really like it mixed in and use it to give a little bit of radiance to the other foundations. And that is also why I went in and got a second shade, which is the Boost, which is a little darker, because a couple of these foundations are also ones that are a little bit light for me. So I do really like it for that. So I like it mixing it with a foundation. And then also I will, if I do just kind of go in under my face, I'll probably go with this one and go in, not necessarily all over my face, but I will go in the areas where I want highlighted. But it's definitely different than the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. And when I do some side-by-side comparisons, you're gonna see the difference between there. I definitely don't like it more. It just serves a different purpose, and I'm going to use it completely different than what I use this with. I'm also going to compare it to the Auric. I have the Auric, and I have the shade Morganite. Now, this is the original Morganite, which I believe they have revamped the shade, so it's a little bit darker. So this is the original Morganite. And again, this I think is more of a Hollywood Flawless Filter comparison than it is to this Glow I.V. So I also don't have the e.l.f. anymore. I ended up decluttering it. I wasn't using it. And whenever I wanted, the Glow, I just went with the Hollywood Flawless Filter or the Auric. So I decluttered it. So I don't have that to compare it to, but I do want to compare to what I have, just so you know what, maybe if this is something you were thinking about, because I think it's definitely a certain market, and I'm not sure if the mid 40 market is what it's for. I am definitely going to use them. I'm definitely going to keep them. We'll definitely get used. They're going to serve a purpose. However, to me, it's going to be a different purpose than what I use these two for. Okay, so I'm going to start with the shade Illuminate. Again, the Illuminate is the third lightest, and I would also say a little bit goes a long way. So that's the Illuminate. Here is the Boost. Here is 3 in the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And you can see right there, one, it's just also lighter, but the sheen this is more of a sheen, where these two have more of a metallic base. This is 2 in the Hollywood Flawless Filter. Again, very light. This one I could use as a highlighter. And finally, this is the Morganite from Auric. So, this one is probably more of a comparison to this, but again, that's my lightest. So it kind of goes darkest to lightest. Again, so this is the Boost, this is the Illuminate, and this is 3 Hollywood Flawless Filter, 2 Hollywood Flawless Filter, and the Morganite in Auric. So again, I think this is a good product. It's definitely a unique product, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how I use it and where I incorporated it with. It's different than the Auric, it's different than the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I'm going to use it differently. And I think From my understanding, when the Hollywood Flawless filter came out, a lot of people didn't know how to use it. I think this is going to be the same way. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing around with it. And also, you know, maybe even mixing this with a sunscreen. I have a very, very matte sunscreen, so I might do that where it gives it a little tint. I don't know. I'm going to play around with it. It's definitely an interesting product. It's a unique product, and it does give a little bit of coverage, but again, it also is very, very metallic, which I really wasn't expecting. So again, good product. Just, do you need it? No, you don't. Definitely do not need it, but maybe you want it. Okay, so now let's talk about a product that I do really like, and it is these wet oils. These are the Kosas wet lip oils. Now, these have been around for a while, but they just came out with 3 new shades. Again, these were being sent to me in PR. However, I didn't get the package. I'm supposed to get it, but I went ahead and purchased them anyway because I had planned on reviewing them. And I had tried these before. I bought one probably about a year ago, and I used the whole thing. So I already knew I'd like these, and I was very excited to try these 3 new shades. So this is the wet lip oil, and it is the Plumping Treatment Gloss. These run $22. Comes in, I'll look at how many shades. It comes in a variety of shades, and I love these. These are fantastic. So the 3 new shades are Exposed is the Champagne Pink Shimmer. And then you have Revealed, which is the soft warm pink. And then you have Bare, which is a creamy nectar. And I am wearing Bare right now. That's all I'm wearing. I'm just wearing a liner and Bare, and I love it. These are so good because now the shimmer one, I'm really excited to try. I did swatch it, but it's one of those that I'm probably going to use over like a liner because it gives the most beautiful like shimmer. It is just beautiful. I just absolutely love this one, but this is one that I'm probably going to wear over a liner. But then you also have the pink Revealed. And the one thing I like about these lip oils as opposed to the Clarins, which I also really love, these are a little thicker and they also have more color, more opacity, whereas those are a little bit sheer. They have color, but it's more of a hint of color. So that's the real difference there between the two. So here is Revealed, which is a pink. So as you can see, it's definitely got more color. And then here is the Bare, which is again, the creamy nectar. So you've got a pink, you've got like this peachy, nude one, and then you have that sheer. So really 3 great shades. I think these are fantastic. Now, again, these run $22. On their site though, you can make your own lip kit, which you just pick 3, and instead of $66, they're $59. I don't have a promo code for Kosas, but maybe you can find one. If I find one, I will put it in the description box. But again, you're gonna save $7 if you do that kit. And I do like having these 3 because you have all these 3 and you're going to, pretty much get a variety of all 3 shades. So in addition to these 3 shades, it looks like they have 8 additional shades. So they have 11 total. These 3 are the newest. But if you look at the reviews, people really seem to like them. And again, I really like them. I do like lip oils, and I like these. These are different. These are ones that I can wear with just a liner because it does have a lot of opacity, but it is very, very hydrating. And so what it says on the website is 100% treatment, 100% lip gloss, a lip treatment and gloss packed with hydrating active ingredients that visibly pump and protect, all while providing a juicy slick of color, super comfy, never drying, tingle free. So I don't know about the plumping. I don't feel any plumping. I don't think they look plumping, but they are very juicy, very hydrating, and they last. Like again, I've had one before. I can't remember which shade I had. It was one of the lighter shades, something very similar to this, but it lasted a while. Like they're really good, especially with a liner. So I cannot say enough about these. Again, I bought these myself. I hope I get them in PR so I have some backups because I think I will probably be using these pretty quickly. Okay, so that is it for this video. Again, as far as the Glow I.V, I like it, don't love it. Is it a must-have? No. Yeah, it's just a little too metallic-y for my taste, but I'm definitely going to keep it. I'm definitely going to use it, play around with it, and maybe I'll have an update. Maybe I will find a perfect use for it and I'll update it. But I probably will be doing some like speed reviews and kind of updates on other, you know, products after I've used them for a while. But I think it's good, not great. You know, take it or leave it. But the lip oils I love, and I love the 3 new shades. So if you were to get anything, or you're maybe in the market for a lip oil, then this is one to check out. I would also say I'm thinking about because I have a couple different lip oils, and I'm kind of obsessed with lip oils right now at the moment. So would anybody be interested in kind of comparing the different type of lip oils that I have? You know, especially since I have some higher end, like the Clarins, and then these are $22. So these are somewhere in between. Then you also have Sigma. Sigma's another one that I really love. And then I know NYX just came out with a lip oil that I think it's called the Fat Lip Oil, and that's $9. So I haven't tried it, but I'm curious. So if you'd be interested in a video like that, or you're interested in different types of lip oils and what some are good for and what some, you know, because they're different. They're definitely different. Let me know in the comments below. But again, highly recommend this one. You know, whatever. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.